What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. For those who are new here, hello and welcome. And for all of my returning subscribers, hey now. So today we are going to be updating my pregnancy. So if you want to see what all is going on, stay tuned. All right, y'all. So first things first, I am officially past the halfway mark. I'm coming up on 22 weeks. I actually wanted to do this update when I hit 20 weeks, but we were waiting for a few things. So I'll go on ahead and I'll share all of that. You know, you're gonna get full tea up in this video. So for those who have not already been to my channel, this is my third pregnancy. The first of which I am planning to do an all natural birth. And as it stands right now, we are planning to do a home birth. Due to the COVID pandemic and all of that stuff, I just feel safer being at home, and then knowing what I know about hospitals. In my last experience, I just feel more comfortable being at home, and I am fully capable of doing so. So I went on ahead and put out like a Q&A on Instagram to see what you all may want to know in this update. So I did take a few notes in my journal here. So I'll just kind of start with that. So I have been logging some things as far as my journal, or as far as my journal is concerned. As far as my pregnancy is concerned, I am a happy planner. So if you go through my channel, you will see most of my channel is planner related stuff. And so it only makes sense to me that I keep track of all of what's happening in a planner as well. I use just like, you know, a horizontal planner. But anywho, so I have been tracking just how I've been feeling, and like, you know, whether or not I've taken my vitamin and my appointments and all of that stuff. So first things first, as I mentioned, I'm 22 weeks pregnant. By the time you guys will see this, I'll be 22 weeks pregnant. And so I am past the halfway mark, which is absolutely insane. I've been feeling like really good, you guys. So like I did have a second there where my energy was extremely low. I was super tired, blah, blah, blah. But right now I feel like all of that has regulated. I feel like myself again. My energy is good. However, my appetite has also bumped up quite a bit. And I really realized it the other day. I've been seeing my personal trainer again the past 4 weeks now, and this last week or whatever I was up in there, and like it had been like a stretch of time since I ate last, and baby, that workout was hard to get through. So I realized that, ooh, excuse me, I'm gassy as well. I realized that I just need to eat more. So that's something that I'm really focusing on. And again, that's another thing that I like to track in here. I have a few different planners within this one planner, and one of which is like a wellness planner. So I keep track of everything that I'm eating in a day. So I'm realizing I definitely need to kick up the calorie intake. So yeah, that is something that has been going on. As far as supplements go, I'll go on ahead and hop into that now. Put that right there. I take quite a few because per my midwife's recommendations, and I'll just go through like, you know, what's what. I believe I kind of went through these in my first trimester video. If I can remember, I'll go on ahead and create a playlist so you guys can go back and look at that if you haven't already seen. But just as far as normal prenatal pills, I use the Organic of Life My Kind Organics prenatal pills. I take this once a day. It's a whole food multivitamin. It is vegan for those who are vegan. I just wanted a high quality prenatal pill, and this one has been working well for me. Like it doesn't take a lot for my body to digest it, and that's why I appreciate it most. So that's my prenatal. And then in addition to that, I had a history of being anemic just in general. So I definitely make sure that I take a blood builder, and I use the Mega Food blood builder. and I've been taking this now, actually even before I got pregnant. So this has been essential. All of my labs have come back regular, normal, good, which is all good stuff. And then another thing that I take for blood, and this, I believe my midwife says that this helps with just another blood building supplement. This is the liquid chlorophyll. Y'all, I will say, I'm not the greatest at taking this all the time, because the one thing that I notice when I do take it really regularly, like the poops that I be having, baby, if TMI is like, you know, not your thing, then you might want to click out of here right now, because it's about to get real up in here. But yeah, these make me go. Like, I remember like the first week that I was taking this, like maybe after the 3rd or 4th day, I took the biggest dump of my life, y'all. I did not know like what bottom had got knocked out to where I was like going like that. But it like kind of, I was like, whoa, I don't know if I like that. But so I kind of take it when I think about it. I'll say that. And then also something that I take every day, and this is kind of new to the rotation. I was doing apple cider vinegar shots. However, I don't love the flavor. And I sometimes forget, because like with this, you have to put it in your water, and I'm already drinking a ton of water. So I want my water to just taste like water, honey. And I don't be wanting all these different additives and things. So Mary Ruth's actually reached out to me to see if I wanted to try these out. And I will say, I really like these. These are the apple cider vinegar gummies. I take 2 of these a day, and it just adds with like, you know, it just adds with immunity health, and along with a bunch of other things like digestion, etc., etc. So these are really good, and these are, you can take even without being pregnant. Most of these things that you can take without being pregnant. And then the last thing is, of course, some calcium and magnesium. Now I will say, and this is the Now brand, I don't do great with taking these either, and I'll show you why. Because these pills, ooh, come to me, are humongous. And the way that I have to take them, so I take my prenatal vitamin, my blood builder, and my apple cider vinegar in the morning. And then I have to take one of these in the afternoon, because I can't take this with my blood builder. So like my iron and stuff, this like just basically eliminates itself. So I have to take this separately, and that's why it's harder for me to like get into a good flow, because otherwise I just feel like I'm popping pills all day. But when I think about it, I take it at least once a day. My midwife would like for me to take it twice a day, but you know, I do what I can. I'm realistic with my goals. I know when I think about it, I'm gonna do it 2 times a day, but when I can't think about it, I'm gonna at least do it once. But these are, how many milligrams are these? Yeah, these are 1,000 milligrams. And the reason why you have to take them twice a day is because your body can only absorb 500 at a time. So I'll take one to get, you know, the first dose of the 500, and then the second one to get the second dose. So even though like sometimes I'm only getting a half a dose, a half is better than none. So, and then, oh, almost forgot. One last thing is a probiotic, and I love kombucha. So I typically make my own kombucha, but I've been kind of lazy lately. So I like the GT's brand. They always come out with some really good seasonal flavors and things. This is the hibiscus ginger. I don't know if this is new or not, but this is the first time that I tried this one. Really been loving the pineapple lately. The pineapple is bomb. So yeah. And that's just helpful with digestion as well, getting some good bacteria in your gut. This is something that I was drinking even before the pregnancy. So that's all my supplements. All right, so we know that we're taking care of the inside of the body. So let's talk about the outside. As far as my hair, my skin, and my fitness. So as I mentioned, I have been working out with a trainer. I work out twice a week for hour sessions. Obviously there's certain workouts that I can't do. One of the things that my midwife likes for me to exclude are any core exercises, especially like lower core exercises, because it just hardens that cervix wall area. So that is something that I skip. But my trainer, typically how a training session works, we do like 25 to 30 minutes of a HIIT workout. So that's just like getting my blood going, and then we go into some lifting, and that's just more sculpting because baby want to stay like somewhat fit, not even fit. I won't even say I have like a goal in going to my trainer. My main thing is I want to stay active, because otherwise I know I'm gonna sit my butt on the couch all the time, and I don't want to gain a ton of weight because I do have a history of diabetes in my family. So that's something that I definitely kept in mind, and I was like, I don't want to get to the point where I'm like putting on a bunch of weight and I end up getting gestational diabetes. It's not what I'm trying to do. So that is my main reasoning for working out. And overall, like I said, like my energy is still really good. I'm able to make it through a workout. Anything that, you know, I'm feeling like I'm doing too much, obviously I have modifications for. My trainer is absolutely amazing. I will make sure that I link her down in the show notes. Excuse me. So if you guys are in the Central Ohio area, you can definitely check her out. She is the bomb. I mean, booty building beast. That's all I'll say. All right, and as for my skin and hair, I mean, I got my locks. I don't do anything with my hair. I'm all about minimal manipulation. There has been nothing special that I've been doing with my hair. Obviously, my hair and my nails are growing a ton because of my prenatal vitamin. But outside of that, like I haven't noticed any changes in thickness or dryness or oily or anything like that. I feel like my hair is like completely normal. As far as my skin, I haven't changed my facial cleansing regimen at all. All of that stuff stayed the same. I did have some breakouts, but I feel like that had more to do with wearing a mask at work all the time. I'm a hairstylist, so we wear masks all day because I'm dealing with the public. So outside of that, like I haven't had like any pregnancy acne or anything like that, thank God. Overall, I feel like my skin has been really good. Then as far as body care, so a couple things. I typically use one of two different type of soaps. I make my own soap, which is a more hydrating soap, and then I use the Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap, and I like to use that after workouts. That peppermint just gets me like another level of clean. So that's my jam. As you guys may or may not know, if you've been here a while, then you know that I love to dibble and dabble making my own products, and this was no different. So I did create my own belly balm. I'll open it up so you guys can see. It's so good. And this is mostly like, I put some beeswax in here, some shea butter, cocoa butter. Did I use coconut oil? No, vitamin E oil. And I think that's it as far as like the base goes. And then as far as essential oils are concerned, neroli is really, really good to help with stretch marks. I used cinnamon to, you know, create some good blood flow to get like those new cells generated and all of that. And there was one more thing that I put in here. I'm going to put the Pinterest link down in the show notes as well for like the recipe that I kind of went based off of. It's not exact because there were a couple essential oils that I didn't have, and the cinnamon essential oil I put in there myself. And baby, every time I put this on, I smell like a whole Cinnabon. That first time I put it on, ooh, Smell like a whole cinnamon roll, and it's good. So I just slather this all up in my midsection basically. So I put it on my breast, belly, and then my butt and upper thigh area. Like everywhere that you would tend to get stretch marks is where I put this. And I actually only apply this in the evening. That way it has time to absorb and all of that good stuff, because this can be pretty greasy. Right, and then as far as other body changes, I haven't had like any hormonal weirdness. Maybe with my attitude, I'm sure if you talk to my husband, the attitude would definitely be like a hormonal change. Other body changes, obviously the belly is getting there, and I'm gonna show y'all like, you know, here in a second. And let me see, any swelling. So that was a question that I had. Have I been swelling at all? So as I mentioned, I work on my feet. I'm a hairstylist, and luckily I have a really, you know, easy schedule for, you know, for what it is. So there aren't extremely long days that I work. I only work really long days twice a month, and those are on Saturdays. And baby, those are the times that my feet really swell up. So on those days, I make sure that I wear really comfortable shoes, clothes that aren't like super constricting. That way I can have some good blood flow, all of that stuff. But I do still end up getting a little bit of swelling. So to kind of help alleviate that, like I said, wearing the comfortable shoes, making sure I'm wearing clothes that are comfortable, not constricting in any manner. But at the end of the night, I make sure that I prop my feet up, because my feet are the areas that typically swell up. And then another thing is, I notice that when I eat really salty foods, I get a little bit of swelling like in my hands. But beyond that, like, because I eat healthy for the most part, like overall, pretty healthy, pretty balanced. I won't even say healthy. I eat pretty balanced. The only time that, you know, I'm really swelling is when I'm really cutting up, working long days, eating salt and vinegar chips when I shouldn't be, that sort of thing. So other than that, like, I don't get normal, regular swelling as it stands right now. And then somebody was up in my bedroom, honey. They wanted to know, like, is that whap? Is that hitting or no? Is it whap or no? And the myth, the legend has always been, when you're pregnant, you got that whap. And I will say, it is true. Because baby, sometimes like I'm just at work and I'm like, gosh, like I feel like I need to wipe. Like I feel like I need to have a panty liner on, because there's a lot happening down here. So is the whap hitting or not? Yes, it is. And then they also asked sex positions. So this is gonna sound like, I don't know how it's gonna sound, but it just is what it is. When I'm pregnant, I don't have a high sex drive. So it's not a whole lot of sex happening, but when it's going down, I like the little side position, you know what I'm saying? Straight on or on top, you know, on top is really nice too. Get your kids out the room, get them out of here. All right, so that is pretty much everything that I can think of as far as the goings on right now. So if you guys have any additional questions, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. I would love, oh, that's what I wanted to go over. As I mentioned, I'm doing a natural birth. As it stands, this is my first time doing this, y'all. So I don't know what I'm doing. I know intuitively what I'm doing, but I don't have enough like solid information to, I don't have enough solid information to give you. However, these are a couple of books that my midwife suggested as far as like kind of preparing yourself mentally for natural childbirth. One thing that you'll hear a lot of with natural childbirth is the Bradley method. And this is just a book all about that. The safest way to have a baby, so they say. So I have been skimming through this. It just gives you different tips. So like it talks about everything from, you know, pushing to your diet, to your everything. So this is a good reference guide if you guys are interested in that. And then this is also another, these books aren't like front to back reads, I would say. It's more of like a reference. So like if there's something that you're a little unsure of, like they're just really good reference books. So like, it's not like a book where you have to read it front to back. Like if you want to just, you know, get dad involved, like you can go directly to that portion of this book, and that's really going to help you. So that's what I really like about these suggestions. There was one more book that I just ordered from Amazon. I'll leave it on the screen here because I can't think of what it's called right now. But those are some books that I would reference that my midwife suggested, so midwife approved. And if you guys want to know more about that process in depth, as it stands, I'm only halfway through. So as I get closer, I'll be more open and willing to share how we are preparing, what we're doing to prepare, etc., etc. But right now, this is as far as I've gotten as far as preparing for natural childbirth. So without further ado, I did want to share what the sex is. And so I'll just insert a clip and I'll share a couple of pictures and all of that stuff. But if you haven't guessed already, you know, the outfit says it all. So queens, what more can I say? So y'all want to see the belly or no? Almost forgot. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. Again, if you have any other questions or you want to know more as I go along this pregnancy, as I journey through this, definitely leave your suggestions down in the comment section below. If you want me to go in depth as I begin to prepare for my natural birth, please do so. If you want to see reviews on certain products, or if you have suggestions for certain products, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. All is appreciated. And I thank you all so much for stopping by today. I wish you all health, wealth, and prosperity. And until the next time, peace out.